Yeah, so can you tell us more about your business and how did you start it up with it?
So how I started with Audio Studio is I saw the problem that I had. So I used to make YouTube videos, specifically in AI, like AI YouTube videos, for educational purposes. Like I like to educate people in AI. And one of the big problems I had was editing for audio, and there wasn't a lot of tools out there to help clean up audio, right? And to really get a really good audio setup, you need a lot of tools, right? So like if you want really good audio quality, then you have to like pad your rooms with like a bunch of like acoustic panels to like dampen the echoes, and you have to get a really good microphone that can be expensive, and to remove background noise and stuff like that, it takes a lot of work in traditional software like Audacity or Adobe Audition. And I thought this was a problem that I could solve. I was thinking like, what if you had a software that can just remove all of the background noise and just make your audio quality really good with just a click of a button. My background is AI, and since I had that expertise, I thought, I'd try building something like this out. So that's how I started my business. I had a problem while I was making YouTube videos, and I thought I had a solution, so I built something.
Oh, that's really interesting. You said that your background was AI. So in college, did you know that you wanted to go into AI and that's something you wanted to study?
So in college, I got a bachelor's degree in computer science, right? And I had, I think, one AI course. Coming out of college, I knew I wanted to do something in software because I got a degree in computer science. AI was something I didn't have a big background in, but it was something I was always interested in. There was a startup where I lived that was hiring for an intern for AI stuff, and I didn't have really AI experience, so I didn't think I would get the position. So when I applied, I didn't hear back from them for a month. Right. And then I just messaged their CEO, and I kept on telling them, hey, yeah, I don't know much about AI, but if you give me a chance, I will learn really quickly. And so he gave me an opportunity, hired me, and then that's where I really started to learn about AI and how to build AI systems and algorithms and stuff like that. Yeah.
So basically, you weren't really introduced to it at a young age. You just started developing a passion for it after college and stuff.
The experience I got at the startup, the opportunity I got was really interesting because the traditional route to get into AI is really through academia. So through school, you usually have to get a master's or a PhD, do a lot of research and write publications and work with a professor or something like that, right? To really get into AI. But that's more academic type research, right? In the industry, it's a little different because you want to apply what you learn in academia in industry, but it's two very different approach. You can think of it as something like, science versus engineering, right? Engineering is all about applying the science, right? While in the industry, it's all about applying the science of AI. How I got into it was not through academia. I started in industry first. So I didn't really develop the thinking around how you do the thinking around how to think about AI in an academic setting, which is just you have this data set that everybody in academia also use to make sure everybody gets the same results. But in industry, it's okay, you don't have a data set. You have to go out there and collect your own data set. You have to go out there and figure out how to build your own system and how to make it work in the real world. So the experience I got there in the industry actually helped me, I think, just going straight to industry actually helped me become a better AI engineer. Because I didn't really have the mindset of we got to approach this more scientifically, and more we got to approach this more in an engineering and more practical way. And I think that helped me build products faster. So yeah, I think that opportunity provided me that experience.
Wow. So did you have to take additional classes or anything, or was it just all through experience in the industry aspect?
Yeah, for sure. I did take online classes. I don't think I've ever finished a single class online, but I just took online classes just to help complement my learning here and there. So yeah, so I did take online courses, but the majority of my learning is probably just from just doing it, in my job, just trying it out and learning that way.